As I begin to tap and I focus on this fear that I currently feel in my life, I notice how big it is. I notice how strong it feels. And I acknowledge everywhere that I feel it in my body. And even though this fear currently has this big of a presence, I hold space for that to change very quickly. I hold space to be surprised at how small this fear could be. I wonder, how did this fear get so big in the first place? I may immediately know. I may not be quite sure. I may know, but not want to focus on that at all. Whether or not I am aware or wanting to focus on where this fear came from, I hold space that I don't actually need that information to make a different choice now. This fear in my body, this fear in my mind, this fear in my life. I am not choosing this fear. It is a result of real things in my life. So how can I choose now how it affects me? That doesn't make sense. Even though saying that I have choices with fear may feel confusing or dumb or insulting to consider, I still choose to be curious and wonder. I wonder if it were possible for me to have parameters, for me to have borders, guidelines, boundaries on when and how much this fear affects me. What could those be? Well, maybe it could look like I have a check system where I ask myself, I acknowledge that I feel fear, but can I see what I'm afraid of? Is what I'm afraid of currently touching me? Is what I'm afraid of in this present moment with me? And if it is not, maybe I can give myself permission to turn that fear down and say, thank you, fear, for trying to warn me of this danger. But it does appear that that danger does not currently affect me. It's not currently present. So I would instead like to focus on my food, my TV show, my conversation, sleeping, playing, working, whatever it is that is currently within my line of sight that I can interact with, that I can listen to, that I can taste, that I can smell. And if I'm not ready or don't know how to completely let go of this fear, that's okay. I don't need a 100% solution right now. I give myself permission to find success in pieces, in shades, in acknowledgements, and by offering myself empowerment with other choices, something to shift towards or to fill that space that fear has occupied. It is okay for me to give myself options and see what options I like, that I prefer, that feel the most safe for me. And maybe I haven't always had options. Maybe fear was my best option. But is that still true for me? I wonder, could I choose a different option than fear right now? Could I add in a different option and include it alongside my fear? Maybe I still have my fear, but I also get to laugh. Maybe I still feel fear, but I get to be curious. Maybe I can even feel a little bit safe and a little bit of fear. And maybe it doesn't make logical sense, but do emotions always make logical sense? I don't think they do. So even if, as I explore my options, they don't make logical sense, I give myself permission to explore anyway. And if I try something that I don't particularly like, I give myself permission to throw it out, to quit, to stop, to shift to something else. I may not have had that choice before, but I do have that choice now. And I give myself permission to try. And I give myself permission to try as many times as I want to, as I explore how much I need my fear. And it's okay if I do need it. It's okay if I can set it down, pick it back up, set it back down, accidentally pick it up, realize I picked it up, put it back down. I give myself permission to explore my relationship with fear. Fear. My relationship with my fear. My mind. My body. My choices. My curiosity. My results. And as I give myself this permission and allow myself to try and ask these questions, I hold space to be pleasantly surprised at the outcome.